Hello everyone and welcome to another video on my channel. Today we have this 2024 BMW X5 xDrive40i. This is a base model when it comes to the X5, but you can always opt for more packages with this to bring this car, you know, to spec that you want. But even at this base model, it is pretty loaded. Now we're gonna keep the same format of the video. We're gonna check outside design, then we're gonna check interior design, and then we're gonna take it for a quick test drive, and that's when we're gonna talk about all the numbers, the engine, the consumption, the price, and all that good stuff. Now let's start with the outside design. As you can see, it's a big SUV, but still it's just underneath 5 meters long. Looking at the front end, so as you can see, the 2024 model comes with redesigned front end, back end, and a little bit of more technology inside. Looking at the front end, I really like what I'm seeing. Signature kidney grills. They're not huge. I think that BMW is doing a bad job when it comes to, you know, design of these sedans like 3 Series, 4 Series, or 5 Series. But looking at these kidney grills, looking at the size in comparison with the size of the SUV, they look just fine. We have our redesigned LED lights, automatic high beams as well, and we have LED daytime running lights. We have this opening here, which is not fake, so it's gonna use to cool down your brakes. This one here has a premium essential package, which gives you 360 camera, so you will see a lot of cameras and sensors around the entire car. Moving to the side, one more thing, looking at the LED lights, these turn LED daytime running lights, they have this pattern which you will see inside as well, like an arrow pattern. Looking at the wheels, 20-inch alloy wheels. These tires are 265/50/20. Right next to it you have this bit here, which is fake. It's just there for design. It has no real use. Looking at the mirrors, they match the color of the car, and we have turn signals embedded. And here's another camera here for that 360 camera system that you have. Door handles, they match the color of the car, and then we have the silver accenting around the windows and silver accenting down below. Back windows are tinted. Now moving to the back, redesigned LED taillights. They're tinted as well, which I think goes really well with this white color combination is great. You have your BMW logo in the middle, X5 on the left, and then xDrive40i on the right side. Down below we have on the bumper a little bit of silver accenting with those sensors as well, and 2 real exhaust pipes. Tailgate in BMW fashion for the X5 opens in, you know, it has a split opening, so you have the bottom top part that if you want to just reach for something real quick, you can just open the top part. But if you want to load something heavier, you just press this button and then it's gonna open this bottom part as well. Now you can use this as a bench. Huge space in the trunk, 12-volt socket here. Underneath you have quite a lot of storage room, but no spare tire. And here it says first aid kit, but I do not see the first aid kit in here. Now to close it, you just press this button and it's gonna close both parts at the same time. Let's check the back seats. So starting with the door panel, like what they did here, nice build quality, silver accenting around the door handles and underneath this armrest with this ambient lighting stripe right here, wood finish here that's glossed out, which brings the way this interior looks. Quite a lot of storage room here for your bottle and then some, and then you have these sunshades for your back windows as well. Let's jump inside so you guys can see how much space you have here. Now, this is me sitting behind my seating position. I am 183 centimeters or 6 feet tall, and as you can see, I have loads of knee room, lots of headroom, even though you get this panoramic sunroof behind driver, and the passenger side you get these pockets. You have 2 vents for the back seats. Back seats are also with this premium essential package, are heated. Some storage room here, 2 USB-C ports down there, and then your 12-volt socket. You also get this nice armrest with 2 cup holders and a little bit of shallow storage area here. You can put your phone or your tablet, but keep in mind that this is plastic, it's not rubberized, so whatever you put inside is gonna slide around. It's on the harder side, this armrest, but still not bad at all. This back bench is pretty wide, and then you do not have this big hump, and this middle seat is quite wide as well, so having 3 adults in the back, they'll have enough room even for longer trips. Okay, looking at the door panel of the driver door, so the same design, just a little bit more buttons. So you have lock and unlock, you have 2 memory seat seatings, you can adjust your mirrors, and then you also have a tailgate release. More storage area here, which is really good. As you can see, I have this bottle here, and it could fit easily a larger bottle as well. Looking at the seats, leather seats, I love these perforated leather seats. They offer a lot of support, power adjustable, and you can adjust it in so many ways. These bolsters, you can have them tight to your body or a bit looser, but you will be able to find your perfect seating position with ease. Before I jump inside, let's check the engine. So this xDrive40i has a mild hybrid system here. This one here is a 3-liter inline 6 turbocharged engine. So for you who follow the BMW, this is their B58 super reliable engine. Has 0.9 kilowatt motor and 0.44 kilowatt hour lithium ion battery. Okay, we're gonna talk about the engine and the transmission when we start driving. Okay, sitting in the driver's seat, it's, you know, everything that you expect from a BMW when it comes to the build quality. High quality material is used throughout this entire cabin. Let's start with the glove box. Decent sized glove box. Again, we talked about the seats, front seats and back seats are heated. This wood gloss finish here throughout the entire central console, and a little bit of on door panels in the front and the back. Like, it really brings, you know, the quality and how this interior cabin looks like. I also like this design. I'm not sure if the camera is going to be able to pick it up, but also you see here you have this X5 logo. And again, if you remember when we talked about those daytime running lights, you have this arrow design here, and at night this is gonna be lit up with your ambient lighting, which is really cool. With the 2024 you get these bigger screens. They're curved but facing the driver. Let's start with this one. 14.9 inch display, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all that is standard, wireless, and also you get your own built-in navigation. the system, the iDrive system, is really smooth, and there's a lot of settings and options to go in. If I wanted to go through all of that, it would take me forever. Now, moving down below, I love this, you know, design around these vents. Below that, you have your hazard lights, you have max for the front and the back windows, and then you can change the tracks or volume up and down. Now here you have more of that wood gloss finish. Here you have wireless charger, USB-A and 12-volt socket, 2 cup holders that are heated. You can keep your drinks hot or cooled with the press of a button, which is really great. Looking at this central area, you have your gear selector, you have a bunch of buttons. You can change your mod, driving mod, you can navigate, and sorry about that, guys, my camera just stopped recording for some reason. So where was I? Yes, so you have this section here that you can use to navigate the screen, but you can easily reach when sitting, so I don't know if a lot of people will be using this. Looking at the central area here, so this armrest split opens, you have your USB-C here and fairly deep storage area there. Now looking at the steering wheel, leather steering wheel that's heated, you have your pedal shifters behind, you have your controls. On the right side you can control your music, and also you can control this 12.3-inch display that's right in front of you. On the right side, left side, sorry, you can control your adaptive cruise control. Talking about this screen, it's customizable, so you can customize it by using this button here and then these arrows here. You can customize this outside portion and then customize this inside portion here as well. And you have your heads-up display, which also you can customize using this button or going down into the settings here, which, you know, it's gonna pretty much be the same thing. As I mentioned, this SUV, this X5, comes with a premium essential package that costs $2,500, and with that you get these heated or cooled cup holders, heated back seats, but also an advanced park assist system. It will park for you, which I'll try and demonstrate, but also it has an option to record the path, and then it's gonna register that using the satellites. It's gonna be geolocation saved, so every time you come to that section, it will prompt you to, you know, do that drive, the next portion of that drive on its own. So I did record it a little bit here, so let's try it out. So let's put it in the drive, and right about this pole here, it should prompt me. There it is. Now I can click start recorded path number 1, and then as you can see, it's gonna do everything on its own at 3 kilometers per hour or 2 miles per hour. So it's gonna drive forward, drive backwards, and park wherever you like, basically mimic whatever you did the first time. This is really great, especially if you're parking in a tight garage, or you end up being in a tight spot on a daily basis. So this is something that you can record, and then it's gonna do it automatically. And as you can see here, it parked perfectly. Start backup assistant, or you can record a new path. So now to do that, let's play a game, right? So imagine you're driving somewhere and you see it's a tight section, tight space, or whatever it is. Before, let's just, so again, when you're in a parking lot, it will prompt you. Okay, so it will prompt you start reverse parking, forward parking, let's say reverse, it's gonna find a parking spot, and then it's gonna do everything on its own. What I like about this system is that it will do everything for you. I had a Audi A3 a couple of months ago, and you know, it will do everything, but you had to select the reverse or drive, where this, it's gonna do everything on its own, and it does a pretty good job. There it is, as you can see, perfectly between the lines. Now let's go back to our little scenario. So let's say you are driving, right, and you see that there's a tight section that you're not sure if you will be able to, you know, navigate yourself, or if you're gonna be able to reverse if needed. What you can do is, imagine now you're driving, and then all of a sudden you end up in that section. So what you can do, and let me just, you can press this park button, and it will activate your park, advanced park system. And then, as you can see here, it will record whatever you're doing. So let's say now you're driving around, and it's gonna record up to 200 meters, and then you're like stuck, you don't know what to do, it's pretty tight to go backwards. You can say start backup assist, and it's gonna say put in reverse, and now you have to manage the accelerator and the brake manually, but the car, it's gonna do the turning on its own, and it's gonna prompt you to reduce the speed if you're driving too fast. And as you can see, it's following those guidelines here and here, and then you just need to monitor, you know, your surroundings. So I think it's a pretty neat system to have. Now I have a feeling that he didn't even see me, but he did. We're gonna let him go. Okay, so now let's talk about the price, the engine, and you know, those fun numbers, right? And I'm just gonna exit that. Okay, now MSRP for this 2024 is 86,000 Canadian dollars, having a premium essential package which costs 2,500, brings the total of this exact SUV to $88,500. Now you get a really high quality SUV with, you know, high quality material, great design, and a lot of technology as well. This base model comes with, as I mentioned, 3-liter inline 6 turbocharged engine, and it's a mild hybrid, so 0.9 kilowatt motor and 0.44 kilowatt hour lithium ion battery that will work at the start for the start-stop system. And also, as soon, let's say you're driving, you remove your foot from your accelerator, you will see it here, it goes down and it starts consuming the battery. Now when it comes to the consumption, even with the mild hybrid system, you're looking at 11.4 liters per 100 kilometers in city, 9.2 liters per 100 kilometer on highway, and 87 liter tank in the miles per gallon. City 20.5 miles per gallon, highway 25.5 miles per gallon, and then the tank capacity is 22 gallons. This 3-liter engine, mild hybrid engine, is paired with 8-speed automatic gearbox, and it's producing 375 horsepower, and 398 pound-feet of torque. It's smooth, power delivery is linear, brakes are super responsive, and you know, you can control them quite easily, but it's also really fast and accelerates fast when you need it. I'm just gonna bring these vents a little bit up. Hopefully you guys are gonna be able to hear me. Now, when it comes to towing capacity, it can tow up to 2700 kg or 5,950 pounds. So decent amount if you want to tow your, you know, smaller boat or those jet skis or whatever you have. When it comes to the ride quality, it has a nice suspension setup. It's stiff, but at the same time it's really soft, so I really don't know how to, you know, describe it. And these seats are super comfortable, and as I said, you have loads of way of adjusting, so you can adjust it, you know, to your own preference, so you will not feel any fatigue whatsoever. And as you can see, as soon as you stop, that start-stop system will kick in. And then let's pay attention next time, you know, I'm cruising, you will see how, you know, this RPM line is gonna drop down below and is gonna start consuming the battery instead of your gas. What I've noticed is that when driving and, you know, coming into a corner, there's not a lot of body roll, but you know, again, that's what you expect from a BMW. When it comes to, you know, driving experience, you have 3 modes. You have Sport, Comfort, and Eco Pro. Most of the time you will be driving it in the Comfort mode, which is balanced when it comes to the throttle response, braking, suspension, and the steering wheel. The steering wheel is super light. And then in Sport mode, when you go Sport mode, you can then, you know, have your own Sport generic mode that's generated by BMW, or you can have your individual settings where you can adjust, you know, how your steering wheel is gonna respond, how your throttle is gonna respond, and all that to your liking. In the Sport mode, you can clearly see how, you know, your accelerator becomes much more sensitive to your input. The acceleration is faster, the engine sound becomes a little bit louder, the suspension then stiffens up a little bit more, then it goes to that stiffer side, but still, you know, with these seats, it's still a comfortable ride. With the Premium Essential package, you also get 10-speaker sound system, and it sounds amazing. But I like the isolation in this car. It's really, you know, there's not a lot of there's not at all, you know, wind noise coming from these pillars. A little bit of road noise, you know, when, you know, cruising on the highway, but just a tiny bit that, you know, if you have a music you won't even hear, or if you're talking to your passengers, you won't even notice that. It's so minute. I like the way this interior is laid out, so all your controls are well within your reach, and then this massive 14.9-inch display that's curved towards you is again easily reachable, so you can do whatever you want, and you won't have to use this, you know, swivel here or any of these buttons. But again, if that's what you prefer, you have it right here. You have your parking brake here, auto hold, and then your hill descent control activated or deactivated button here, and then your traction controls, turn them on or off using this button here. So all in all, it's, you know, it's an SUV that's built to, you know, face the driver, make things easier for a driver, and I really like that about the BMW. So they really do bring that, you know, driving experience to another level. The screens are nice and bright, so you'll be able to see at any light condition whatever you need to see. I like that you can customize this, but not, you know, not to a great point, which, you know, again, you can see whatever you need to see, but still you'll... Sorry guys, again my camera stopped recording, so I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with this. But where was I? Yes, so I was talking about this display in front of you. So it's customizable, but again, not highly customizable, so you want, you know, so you focus on the road ahead of you and not on the displays, which I really do like. Now you push your foot down and it just flies. When it comes to the safety features, you have, you know, all the bells and whistles, lane assist, front collision warning with emergency braking, rear cross traffic alert, blind spot monitoring, all the bells and whistles, so you're gonna feel safe. And also it's not as sensitive as in, let's say, Hyundai Tucson that I recently got, where, you know, I had to turn off some of those features because they were so sensitive. So you have them, but still you feel in control and not like, you know, that the machine is controlling everything. Let's see, lane, front collision warning, it lights up here and also it lights up on your heads-up display. But again, it's not beeping at you, it's not braking all of a sudden, it just notifies you. And then if it sees that, you know, there is no reaction from you, then it's gonna take control. Like, it's so smooth. Like, I'm at 80 kilometers per hour and I don't even feel that I'm driving 80 kilometers per hour. Again, there is no wind noise whatsoever, a little bit of road noise, which I don't even know if the camera is gonna pick it up. It's there, but it's really, really low. It's a really nice SUV to be in, let me tell you that, guys. Just everything feels premium. This here, it's closed and it's gonna be a magnet for the fingerprints, so you're gonna have to, you know, pay attention to that. And then when it comes to reliability, having the B58, it is a really reliable engine, maybe one of the most reliable engines that BMW ever built. But it's a BMW, so you will have to keep track of your maintenance and, you know, always use the quality parts, quality oil, and you won't have to worry about it whatsoever. Premium gas, so you know, you're seeing all of this and, you know, the price point is there, but you really do get what you pay for. But again, I have a feeling that, you know, paying it is one thing and it's an easy thing, but you will have to make sure that you stay on top of your maintenance. And then the premium gas, again, is this an SUV for everybody? not because you really have to be able to afford it, but if you can afford it, and if you're, you know, considering about buying a new SUV, check this one out. I think you will really enjoy it, and maybe, who knows, you will opt to buy it. Okay, let's park here. Again, you press the P and you can now record your path, and also it's gonna help you with the parking. And then you have your 360 camera that I forgot to show. If you go here more, you can have a 3D view of your SUV, and as you can see, it's gonna record everyone around you, so you can see if you parked well. And as you can see, it recorded 200 meters of my previous drive, so if I need to, I can always go start backup assist and start driving back. So there you have it, guys. 2024 BMW X5 xDrive40i, an awesome SUV with a lot of, you know, technology inside, really high quality material used for the inside, and great outside design. Thank you very much for watching my video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and see you in another video.